Welcome to Inspired Vinyasa. My name is Sandra, and for this class, we're going to go ahead and start in Child's Pose, Balasana. So knees wide, toes touching. Come on down, stretch the arms out, and see if you can get that forehead to come down to your mat. And if not, perhaps you have a prop nearby that you could rest your forehead on. And I'm always cautious with Child's Pose because this is not necessarily a comfortable place for everybody. It could be the quads that are tight, it could be bothering the knees. So if that's you, you might take a blanket or grab a sweatshirt and prop it behind the knees so that this pose feels more comfortable. If nothing is gonna help, flip over onto your back, hug the knees into the heart so you look like you're in upside down child's pose. All right. Why don't you go ahead and just kind of rock the hips back and forth. We're just slowly starting to loosen up. Follow your breath. Start to deepen that breath. And then really stretch through the arms. Go ahead and glue the fingertips down and let's lift the wrists up into the air. See if you can breathe in the space between the shoulder blades. And then on my next exhale, I'm going to relax my arms. See if you can turn your head to set the right ear down. Take the left arm and just reach it behind you. So it might be on the floor, you might grab your heel or your ankle, or just in general, just reaching in that direction. Feel the heart soften down. And then take that left arm as you send it forward again, go ahead, lift the head. Let's set the left ear down, reach the right arm back. And stretch that right arm forward. Replant the forehead on the earth. Big inhale. And a big exhale. From here, we're just going to walk our way back up. We're just sitting back on the heels for a moment. Inhale the arms. And then exhale the hands to the heart in prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. We're hanging out right here to set an amazing intention for our practice. When you're ready, go ahead and release the hands. Drop that right hand to the mat. Inhale that left arm up, and let's just take a side bend to the right. So this theme is kind of about the first day of school. Kids are going back to school right now, but I want it to be applicable to your life. So I'm going to make this analogy that today is your first day of life, and we are going to look at it with some different perspectives and ideas, and also with the idea that it doesn't have to be literally the first day, right? So if you come back to watch this video in February, and we're talking about the first day of school, it still can be the first day of something. It always applies. Go ahead, come on back to center, release that left arm to the earth. Inhale that right arm up. Take a side bend to the left. And so I was thinking about, in high school, generally, first day has some type of pep rally. It's meant to, heighten energy and get the kids pumped up to start whatever they plan on doing and, get them excited about different clubs, etc. And so today you can consider me your cheerleader, the official of your pep rally of life. Go ahead, come back to center. Release that right arm. Now we're just going to slip off the heels to the left. Get comfortable. Keep the right fingertips on the earth. Inhale that left arm up, and let's try the side bend right here. And just notice how this feels different. For me, I feel like it's more of an intense stretch down through the hip. And then we're also going to kind of apply this new perspective to where we are in the world, right? March, we went into lockdown. Right now, where are we? I mean, we don't have an end in sight. So where do we consider ourselves to be? And so we're going to talk about looking for the gaps in your world. Go ahead, bring this arm back down. Gently lift the hips to slide them over the feet and to the right. Left fingertips will stay on the earth. Inhale the right arm up, take that side bend. So I think one of the interesting things in thinking about all these kids who are trying to attend school from home and do it all online is that while the parents may be freaked out about all this right now, kids can adapt. And guess what? So can we. Go ahead, bring that right arm down. Come back up onto the heels. We're reaching the hands behind us, fingers facing in, bend into the elbows. Inhale, lift the heart. And just let go of the breath. And I think one of the thoughts that we need to move beyond is we might not want to adapt, but we can and we will. So when you don't want to do something, that's different. And that's, that in a way is creating your own suffering. It's creating your stagnation. That will stop you from moving forward. But when we realize that we can be flexible and flow with the rhythm of life, then we find that we can adapt to whatever comes our way, right? Same thing on the mat. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, let's sit back up. I'm going to just take my hands forward for some support. Come up onto the knees for a moment. Inhale, both arms forward and up. A little back bend here. Hold it, keep breathing. And then release the hands back to the heart. And here, just take a little twist to the left. So what do I mean we can be adaptable on the mat? Well, think about, why do we offer variations to poses, right? Why do I keep telling you, you don't have to do anything I'm showing you? It's your practice. And if we are heading into a pose that is not right for you, you should adapt. You shouldn't do it. And so we need to find that courage on the mat to say, yeah, I don't have to do that. Or no, that isn't right for me. Or, never done that before. Think I might try it. I'll just kind of see if I should stay there. So we're adaptable too. Come back to center. Take it to the other side. Good job. Couple more breaths. When you get to an exhale, let's release to center. Bring the hands back down to the earth. Let's find table. Take a few cat-cow transitions when you're ready. So then I was kind of also thinking about, well, not typically in high school for the pep rallies perhaps, but maybe more for college rallies or even graduations. You have a lot of speakers come and give their words of wisdom, right? So I have a lot of words of wisdom in front of me that I want to share with you. So go ahead and tuck your toes, take this to dog. I'll give you your first quote. So the first one is, sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. That's Dr. Seuss. So as we find ourselves in this gap, right, between lockdown and however we find our way out of this situation into something new, perhaps the answers are a little bit more simple than we're making them. Go ahead, come forward into plank. Hold it here. So on a personal opinion note, and I know opinions aren't based in truth, but I do not understand the resistance to wearing a mask. I think that is the simple answer. So you might have a different simple answer. And wow, if we combined our simple answers, maybe we find a way to adapt a little easier, right? And then taking that theme onto the mat, that quote, I know we're holding plank. I'm with you right here. Keep breathing. Sometimes the poses are complicated or difficult, and the answer is simple, right? Go ahead, take this back to dog. And we kind of already talked about that. If the pose is too hard for you, can you be okay with letting go of self-judgment and saying it's okay if that's too hard? I don't have to do it. We're coming forward into plank. Breathe. Good job. Downward facing dog. Send the left leg up, three-legged dog. Come forward into a one-legged plank. Three-legged dog, same leg. One-legged plank. Bring the left knee into the heart. Touch the right elbow. And then take that left foot, set it down outside of the left hand. Relax that back leg, untuck the toes. Whew, finding a lizard here. That made lizard seem easy, right? Go ahead and move around, rock it out. You can open up this left knee if you want to. I'm glad you guys can't see this. I'm looking down and all I see on me is dog hair because Izzo keeps sleeping on my yoga mat. Go ahead and see if you want to come down into a fold. So we talked about Dr. Seuss's quote in relationship to the external world. We talked about it on the mat. How does it relate to your life? What issue in your world seems very complicated? And, we are focusing on all of the worries and the concerns, but maybe, with a stand back approach, then the answer becomes a little more easy. Like, why is it always easier when your friend comes to you with problems for you to come up with the answer than it is for yourself? We're just too close. So which situation in your life sounds like that? And what can we do about it? Okay, go ahead, tuck the back toes. Let's step back to plank. Downward facing dog. Float the right leg up. Good job, one-legged plank. Breathe. Three-legged dog. One-legged plank. Right knee to the heart. Right knee to the left elbow. Set the right foot down outside of the right hand for lizard. And work it out. And again, if you want to come on down into a fold, go ahead. You might want to sway, find some movement here, loosen up a little bit. Or maybe loosening up for you is just staying still, letting the muscles do their thing. It's all good, right? The answer is simple. Just listen to your intuition, listen to your body. All right, come on back up into the hands, tuck the back toes, lift that leg, step back to plank, big inhale, chaturanga. Let's find cobra, and then hang out here. First cobra is I just like to hold them and move around a little bit. How about you? Loosen up the low back. Relax the shoulders. You might want to rotate the head gently. And then when you're ready, wait for your exhale to come on back down. I'm going to take my arms, reach them behind me, grab onto both feet and draw them in. So You can either hold your head up if you want to, or you can set the head down. A couple of deep breaths here. And then let's let go of the feet. When they touch down, tuck the toes, replant the hands. Let's push up into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Let me hear your sigh. Fabulous. Take that right foot. Let's step it forward. Plant that back foot for Virabhadrasana B, warrior. And then here I'm going to take the arms into Garudasana, eagle. So right arm underneath the left. Peek around because now I can't see you guys. Not that I can see you anyway. All right, sink this deeper. Good job. Straighten out that front leg. Rotate the right foot in and then pull the heels in. So all I did was kind of shorten my stance. You're facing to the side now if you want to, because if you can't see the screen, go ahead and turn. So you are facing your screen and maybe your feet are off the mat. It's totally fine. Bend into the knees here for goddess. Keep the arms in eagle. So elbows are shoulder height. Hold the legs. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, pull them down. Strong breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more. Good job. Untangle the arms, straighten out the legs, shake out the arms. So if you're still facing sideways on your mat like I am, you'll follow my cues. If you turned and you're standing facing the top of your mat, just step your legs back together in forward fold and we'll meet you right there, yeah? Okay, so from here, all I'm gonna do is come back to warrior, cartwheel my hands down, and then take that left leg forward. So now all of us should be back into Uttanasana, forward fold. So see, we can find variations on the mat that work for all of us. We adapt, we make it simple, it doesn't have to be complicated. Go ahead, take it to monkey. And then bend into the knees, roll your way all the way up, take the shoulders up, and then bring them back and down. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale to the heart. Forward fold. Hold it here. You stay there. I'm switching to the other end of my mat. We're going to take that right leg back. Warrior B when you're ready. Sink it down. All right, Garudasana arms. Left arm's going underneath the right. Round those shoulders forward. Come on, let's get a little deeper. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, pull them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more. Now, straighten out the leg. And again, you decide which way you want to be facing. For goddess, sink it down, hold it here. So I switched up the arms a little. We did the movement with warrior B. We're holding still on this goddess pose. Breathe. In and out through the nose. Good job. Okay, straighten the legs, release the arms, shake them out. Woo. Again, if you're facing the front of your mat, go to forward fold. If you're facing the side of your mat like I am, let's find Virabhadrasana B again. Cartwheel the hands down, step that back leg forward, Uttanasana. Take it to monkey. And let it go. Bend the knees, roll your way up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to your heart. Perfect. Drop the arms. Inhale them up. Exhale to the heart again. This time I want you to sit down into chair pose. Utkatasana. Look down, make sure you can see the tips of your toes. Glue the legs together. Keep squeezing. You got this. Shift the weight into the left foot. Lift that right foot up. Step the right leg all the way back. Warrior B. Nice. Reverse warrior. Come back through reverse warrior slowly with the arms as you straighten up that front leg. Just very slowly morphing into triangle, Trikonasana. Enjoy this pose. This is my favorite one. Stay with the breath. Good job. Bend into that front knee. We'll just let the right arm slip on down. Step back to plank. Chaturanga. Take it to cobra. And down dog when you're ready. Deep inhale. Loud exhale. Walk it forward to Uttanasana. I'm turning around again so I can keep facing you. Inhale, monkey. And let it go. Bend into the knees. Roll your way up through the shoulders. Inhale the arms. Exhale your hands to your heart. Sit down into chair. Glue the legs together. Make sure you can see the tips of your toes. Nice strong breath. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the left foot. Step it back, warrior B. Reverse warrior. And then remember, as we came out of this, we just made a slow transition into triangle. Make sure you reach out of that top hip before you make your way down. A couple of deep breaths here. And then we just bent into the front knee, let that left arm slide down. Step back to plank. Here's your vinyasa when you're ready. When you're in dog, deep inhale, big exhale. And then let's bring the knees back down. Take that right foot, slide it out in front of you. And then play. Play with that edge. See where you can find a fold if there is one today. And then I'm going to walk my hands backwards a little bit. Take the left leg, the one that's supporting you. Pivot the foot towards the right. And then I'm just sliding my right leg back so I can sit down. My right thigh is over my left ankle. From here, inhale the arms. Hinge forward. Find your fold over that right leg. Walk your way back up. Take the left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand behind you. We're going to work our way into a twist. So inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist to the right. When you find an exhale, come back to center, plant the hands. So I'm just going to slide my right foot in a little bit, step the whole foot down, push my way up so I can get my hands forward, and then all the way up into supported warrior C. You have this, breathe. Ooh, let's go from here to Ardha Chandrasana, shall we? That's as good as triangle to me. Take that right hand, make sure it's at a forward angle out to the right from the foot. Open up the top hip. You can hold it right here, or you can send that left arm up to the ceiling if you like. Strengthen the breath. Remember, if the pose is complicated or too complicated, make it simpler. Keep the left hand down. Maybe you didn't even come up under the foot. Maybe you stay on that knee. Maybe you don't do it. Maybe you're waiting for me in forward fold. So many options here. Okay, forward fold when you're ready. Take it to monkey. Release. Bend into the knees. Plant the hands. Walk it back. Downward facing dog. I'm going to bring the knees back to the earth. Ask that left foot to come forward between my hands. When you're ready, find a fold if there is one. Okay, walk the hands in. Take the supporting leg, sweep it out to the left side so that as we come back down, we can just sit and that right ankle will end up underneath the left thigh. Flex the front foot. Inhale the arms, hinge it forward, take your fold here. I mean, just think about how crazy it is. On the other side, we went from here to warrior C. That sounds complicated, right? But we bridged the gap with little steps, right? So we started off, go ahead, walk your way back up, slide the left foot in so this is easier and we have support, plant the foot, use your hands to get you back up onto the supporting leg, take the hands forward, push the earth away. Here we are. And guess what? If that isn't the way it happened for you, you did it perfectly. All right, Ardha Chandrasana, when you're ready, open up that top hip. Good job, big inhale. Exhale, slow release, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Let it go, bend into the knees and sit back down about the middle of your mat. Perfect. All right, we're coming all the way down. Keep the knees bent. Actually, yeah, you do that. While you're there, I want to give you the next quote so we have more to talk about here. So Fran Lebowitz wrote, think before you speak, read before you think. Right? Don't you just want to go, oh my gosh. I mean, it's so easy. Think before you speak, read before you think. Read before you think. You know, that quote just made me think directly of Facebook. And maybe you're chuckling right now too. So many reposts without being actually read first to see what's in them, who wrote them, where they came from. So slow down, just slow down. Take a pause before you act. Take a pause before you try to jump the whole gap rather than get across it slowly. All right, so from here, I want you to pull the low back down. Go ahead and lift the knees up. We're not hugging them into the heart. Keep the knees right above the hips. Shins are parallel to the ground. If you want to, you could interlace your hands, take them behind the head. Keep pulling the low back down. Now tap the right heel to the earth and bring it back. Left and bring it back. And so what I want you to notice here is the farther you stretch the heel out to touch, the harder this is. So it is up to you. There are so many ways you can adjust this, right? If it's too much, just drop the heel straight down. So keep going. We are obviously working the abs here, so you've got to keep the low back pulled down. We do not want the back to feel like it's compromised. Don't hold your breath. How about one more time each side? Nice job. Hug the knees into the heart. Lift the head. Get as tight as you can into a ball. While I'm here, I'm just going to reach my hands down. Each hand is going to grab the inner sole of its foot. And I'm slowly going to take the legs up, get my arms inside. We'll end up in happy baby. All right, hug the knees back in. When you're ready, we're going to roll our way back up onto our feet and end up in forward fold. Take your time. I want you to rock a few times before you make that leap. So we're not completing the gap in one jump, right? We're taking our time and we're thinking about it. So rock it out. And when you feel ready, Uttanasana. Monkey. Let it go. Bend into the knees, round your way up. Just take the shoulders back and down. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart, sit down into chair, Utkatasana. So this time, shift your weight into the left foot and lift that right knee. Good job. Step that right foot way back, high lunge. Take the arms up when you're ready. Right arm forward, left arm behind you. Cartwheel the hands to the earth. Front leg's going to three-legged dog. Gotta watch that door there. When you're ready, set that leg down, come forward into plank, take your vinyasa here. Three deep breaths. Nice job. Walk the feet forward to forward fold. Again, find monkey. Let it go. You can come all the way up in a swan dive if you want. I just don't have the room for it here, which is why I'm having you round your way up and then take the arms. So totally up to you. Make whatever changes you want. Hands to the heart. Sit down into chair. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee. Step it back, high lunge. Left arm forward, right arm back. Cartwheel the hands to the earth. Front leg goes to three-legged dog. As you set that leg down, you'll come forward into plank. Chaturanga. Bhujangasana. Now hold it here. Hold it in cobra. Deep inhale. As you exhale, drop the chin. Hold the head down, inhale. Exhale, Balasana, child's pose. Take it all the way back. Douglas Adams wrote, "A learning experience is one of those things that says, you know that thing you just did? Don't do that." And I like that quote because it reminds us, there really aren't mistakes. We're doing the best we can as we plod through life and make decisions and choices. And, if we take the wrong path, it's a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson, so just don't go back down that path, right? So again, think about what's going on in your life right now that's causing chaos and confusion. And, maybe you're thinking back to, I should have done it this way. When we hang out there, we're in the past. Can't make changes from the past. So let's focus on where we are right now with the decisions that we have already made. And, how do we simplify this and move forward? All right, you guys are in child's pose. Go ahead, come back up into table. Let's pull the knees and the feet in towards each other. Come up on the knees. Inhale the arms. Little back bend. Hold the back bend. I want you to take the left arm and let it gently just drop down alongside you. Take that left arm behind your back. Push the hips forward. Maybe you can tip back a little more. So we're making up our own variation of camel, Ustrasana. Good job. Come back to center slowly. Release down into embryo. Let's give the back a break. One more breath. Good job. Come all the way up. Take both arms up. Little back bend again. Slowly release the right arm down alongside you. Push the hips forward. Keep the thighs perpendicular to the earth. Take the right arm behind your low back. Can you bend a little deeper? Inhale. Exhale to center. Round it out in embryo. Reach the arms back. Forehead to the earth. Next inhale, come back up into table. You can take the knees again, hip distance apart. Send the left leg out behind you, right arm forward for cat balance. So option A, you can stay still in this pose if you want to, and option B would be to create a vinyasa, which would be pulling the elbow and knee in and stretching back out. You decide what you feel like doing this morning. It's totally up to you. And while you're deciding, I'm going to read you another bit of advice from, this one's Eleanor Roosevelt. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. And I feel like, when I read that, I was thinking, there is not enough listening and using of the heart going on externally right now. There's still too much unrest and judgment and opinion. So when you're dealing with yourself, use your head. Think about it. We already talked about that, right? Think, read before you speak and act. But when dealing with others, use your heart. You don't know their story. And unless you stop to find out the story, I don't know that full compassion is possible, right? Okay, when you're ready, come back to table. We're going to send the right leg out behind us, left arm forward. And again, you decide if you feel like just holding this morning, or if you want to work it a little bit, totally up to you. Job. When you're ready, come back to table, tuck the toes. Let's take this back to dog. Let's hang out right here, get comfy. All right, if you want to, keep that left hand planted, reach the right hand back to grab the left ankle. This is a twisted dog. If you can't reach the ankle, maybe you can reach the calf or the shin, or maybe you can just touch the left thigh. It's totally fine. And then let's take the right hand back to the earth. Switch to the other side. Good job, downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Hold it. Deep breath in, happy face, love cobra. Exhale back down. So, we did this before. Reach the hands back, grab onto the feet. Except the first time we did it, all we did was, a little quad stretch. We pulled the feet in toward the glutes. So this time, we're gonna lift the head and heart. Keep the thighs down on the earth for a moment. Just breathe right here. And then if you want to take this into bow, the ankles push into the hands. And you'll notice that that's the only thing I do. Can you see how much lift I already got? And then take it to where you can. Breathe. If you don't like bow, set the thighs back down on the earth. Stay right here. And slowly, come on down. Let go of the legs. Just close your eyes. You stay right there and relax for a moment. I have so many other fabulous bits of advice here for our first day of life. Anne Frank wrote, "How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." We don't have to sit back and wait. Each one of us can do a little something, right? To work from the heart, send out compassion, thinking and reading before we act. And we all have such amazing talents. Like, what is yours? What could you do to make one improvement today on somebody else's life? Go ahead, turn your head to the other side. H. Jackson Brown Jr. wrote, "Don't say you don't have enough time. You have exactly the same number of hours per day that were given to Helen Keller, Pasteur, Michelangelo, Mother Teresa, Leonardo da Vinci, and Albert Einstein." We have time. And right now, when we can't go out and do a whole lot of things, we actually have more time. So start planting those seeds, right? All right, I left you in a very comfy kind of reverse Shavasana position. Alas, well, you could stay there if that's what you choose to do. However, I'm going to suggest we move on. So go ahead and straighten out the head, get the hands beneath you by the low ribs, push your way up into table. At least we took the easy way out, right? we didn't push up into plank. So gratitude for the little things. All right, downward facing dog. Come on back forward, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Let it go. Sit right down into chair. Take the arms up. Bring the hands to the heart. I'm going to turn to face you. Shift the weight into the left foot. Make sure you're really grounded. Start to pick up that right leg. We're going to get the right ankle up on top of the left thigh. Pull that right knee open, like for tree pose, right? Prakasana, woo! And then see if you can sit down into this a little bit more. Good job. Maybe you can bring the hands all the way to the earth. And then if the hands came down, bring them back to the heart. Stand up, set that foot down. All I could hear in my head was that song. I feel the earth move under my feet. I think it is moving. Go ahead and take this back into chair, but really root through that right foot. You got this. When you're ready, left ankle right up on top of the right thigh. Find your balance. Take it a little lower. Hands to the earth if you want to, and you can reach the ground, right? If you can't reach the ground, get rid of judgment. If the hands are touching the ground, find your balance, get them back to the heart. Come on up, set that foot down, drop the arms, inhale them up. Exhale to the heart. Come on all the way back to sitting on your mat. Yay, right, work and then sit. Stretch the legs out. Plant the hands, palms down right by the hips, Dandasana, staff pose. All right, you ready? Here we go. Use the stomach muscles to lift that right leg. Breathe. Make sure you're not back here to get the leg up. And then set that leg down, take the left leg up. We're working it today, come on, not much longer, I promise. Go ahead, set that leg down. Inhale the arms, hold it right here, sit up even taller, hinge forward, Paschimottanasana. Can you allow this fold to feel like Shavasana? Yes, I know, I'm glad you can't throw something at me. Relax, relax into it, melt into it. I'll give you another fabulous bit of advice here. This one is Alexander Graham Bell. When one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we don't see the one that is opened for us. So what we considered to be our norm, that door closed. A lot of us are still banging on it, for sure. If that's you, do you think you could find time later, or even in Shavasana, to kind of meditate, focus on the closed door, and then see yourself turning away from it? Because what we need is a different perspective. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be the issue of the external world. There might be something going on in your personal life, and you are banging on a door that's shut. Maybe it shut yesterday, and maybe it shut a long time ago. I need you to turn around, see what has been waiting for you, and then be open to receiving that. And how can you do that? Just simply set an intention. It is my intention to be open to receiving whatever I've been closed off to, whatever I've missed, whatever I'm supposed to have. All right, take a deep breath here. And then go ahead and walk your way up the legs. We're going to lay all the way back. Hug the knees into the heart. You can rock it out a little bit. And then let's go ahead and either take the arms into, let me see if I have room here, scarecrow, or open them out from the shoulders. Drop the knees to the left. Scooch a little bit. There we go. And just close your eyes. I like this following quote because it pertains to those of us who feel like we need somebody to help move us forward. Jody Hills wrote, "Just because someone's not waiting doesn't mean you have no place to go." Come on, you have all the answers. You have your own internal resources. I promise that you do. If you can't find them, you're going to have to trust. Set your intention again. It is my intention to be open to seeing the answers that I have. It is my intention to be open to tapping into my own internal resources. We don't need somebody else to do that for us. Okay, take the knees, bring them back through center, and gently drop them to the right. And so, we did some challenging poses in this sequence, right? And what might be a challenge for me might not be for you, vice versa. We did triangle, we did Ardha Chandrasana, we did Warrior C. Maybe stepping back from a one-footed chair into a high lunge was difficult. We can topple out of any yoga pose, right? We could even be low to the ground and topple out of one. But that's the way it's supposed to happen today. I mean, that's part of the practice, right? That is part of the practice. We are not going to hit every pose the way we think it should look in a book. And we shouldn't be anyway, because our bodies are all different. So when you stumble out of a pose or you feel like the earth is moving under your feet when you're trying to find your balance, that's part of the practice. I want you to take that analogy off the mat. So that is also part of the practice in life. It's okay to stumble, trip, fall, you get back up. Take a deep breath where you're at. Go ahead, bring the knees back to center. Hug them in. We're going to set that left foot down on the mat. Stretch the right leg up. Little circles with that right leg. The hands can help it out. You pick the direction. And switch directions. That right ankle is coming down to rest on top of the left thigh. We're finding supine pigeon right here. Empty out the lungs. Slow, deep inhale. Hold it. Let it go. Let the legs go. Set the right one on the earth. Stretch the left leg up. Find little circles. Switch directions. And coming back to stillness, supine pigeon. Left ankle on top of the right leg. Pull the right leg in. Empty the lungs. Slow, deep inhale. Fill them up. Hold the breath. And let it go. Let the legs go. Stretch the legs out on the mat. Open them up to the edges of the mat. Relax the arms beside you. Palms are open. Slide the shoulder blades down. Go ahead and tighten up the toes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. The rest of the body stays relaxed. And let go. Squeeze the hands into fists. And let go. Push the back of the head down into the mat. Keep pushing. And let go. Draw the eyebrows as high up on your forehead as you can. and let go. And then work on softening the space behind the eyes, cheeks, the jaw. Soften the throat and the shoulders. Feel the entire length of your spine melting down towards the earth. Relax the hips, let them be heavy. Allow the legs to be heavy as well. And then just leaving the physical body as it is, take your focus to your breath. Peaceful rise and fall. Allowing my words to be yours, I invite in peace. I invite in calm. And I invite in the ability to access my answers. I'll come back and get you in a few moments. So congratulations, you finished your first day of class. And lucky for us, tomorrow's another first day. And so is the one after that, and the one after that. And I'm hoping that one of these quotes resonated with you and you can take it with you into your day and see what changes you can implement. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Invite some movement back into the body. And just stay right there. Take your hands, peacefully cross them over your heart. Take another deep breath in. Loud exhale. The light in me bows to the light in you. And when I'm in that place in me, and you're in that place in you, then we become one. Namaste.